In the summer of 1992, on a quiet street in Birmingham, Alabama, a robbery turned deadly. A small convenience store was held up at gunpoint, and in the chaos, the store owner was shot. The perpetrator fled the scene, leaving behind a grieving family and a community demanding justice. Under immense pressure, the police arrested 24-year-old Marcus Gaines, a young black man with no prior criminal record. Marcus was in the wrong place at the wrong time. A witness, an elderly white woman, claimed she saw a man matching his description running away from the store. That was all the evidence the police needed. Within hours, Marcus was behind bars, accused of murder and armed robbery. He swore he was innocent, but no one was listening. The trial moved quickly. The prosecution presented Marcus as a dangerous criminal, despite a lack of physical evidence. The only thing linking him to the crime was the testimony of the elderly woman, who admitted she saw the suspect only for a few seconds. Marcus's court-appointed lawyer was overworked and underprepared. He failed to challenge inconsistencies in the prosecution's case and barely cross-examined the witness. The jury, made up almost entirely of white jurors, deliberated for just 3 hours before delivering the verdict. Guilty, life in prison. Marcus's family was devastated. His mother collapsed in the courtroom. His father, a veteran who had fought for his country, stood in shock. Marcus, shackled in chains, could only whisper, "I didn't do this." Prison was a nightmare. Marcus spent years in a maximum security facility, surrounded by hardened criminals. He endured violence, loneliness, and despair. Every night, he replayed the trial in his head, wondering how everything had gone so wrong. Despite the odds, Marcus refused to give up. He spent every free moment in the prison library, studying law and writing letters to anyone who would listen. He sent hundreds of letters to journalists, lawyers, and innocence projects, hoping someone would believe his story. In 2015, after 23 years in prison, his case landed on the desk of Rebecca Lawson, a young defense attorney working with the Innocence Project. Something about his file didn't sit right with her. The lack of forensic evidence, the weak eyewitness testimony, the rushed conviction, it all pointed to a wrongful conviction. Rebecca and her team began reinvestigating. They discovered new evidence. A store surveillance tape from across the street had captured the suspect fleeing the scene. The footage had been blurry in 1992, but with modern technology, they enhanced it. And it wasn't Marcus. Even more shocking, they found a hidden police report that had never been shared with the defense. The real suspect had been identified just days after Marcus's conviction, but the police had ignored it to close the case quickly. Rebecca filed an appeal, and after months of hearings, a judge finally agreed to reopen the case. The courtroom was packed as the new evidence was presented. The original prosecutor, now retired, admitted that mistakes had been made. When the judge announced the verdict, Marcus Gaines' conviction was overturned. Gasps filled the room. His mother, now frail and gray-haired, sobbed in relief. Marcus, after 23 years of wrongful imprisonment, was finally free. Marcus walked out of prison a different man. The world had changed. Cell phones, the internet, a black president. But he had missed it all. He had lost his youth, his freedom, and time with his family. He sued the state for wrongful imprisonment and was awarded a settlement, but no amount of money could give him back what he lost. Instead of bitterness, Marcus chose to fight for justice. He became an advocate for prison reform and helped overturn wrongful convictions for other innocent people. His case sparked national outrage. Documentaries were made, laws were changed. The way courts handled eyewitness testimony and appeals for new evidence was reformed. His wrongful conviction was not just his tragedy. It became the trial that changed America. And Marcus, once an invisible man locked behind bars, became a symbol of resilience, hope, and the fight for justice.